Welcome to the weekly Weber State Super Smash Tournament. Round number 1, we have PugKing VS Mark Z. Going Little Mac versus Mario. Both players are getting up pretty high percentages. Looks like there's a big hit there from Little Mac. Gets the stock. Little Mac almost has KO Punch coming up. Little Mac has the KO Punch now. Looks like Little Mac KO Punch got the stock. PugKing is able to get a stock. Seems like the Mark is able to do really well this match. Has been able to stay on the stage pretty well. That is game number 1 for Mark Z. So they're going to Final Destination, Little Mac versus Robin this time.
Three, two, one, go!
A little aggressive there from Mark Z to side B off the ledge there. He is able to recover, doesn't get punished. Throw from PugKing, throws Mark Z off. Gets back on the ledge though. Mark has KO Punch. Mark probably can't run up her here. No. Mark Z gets stock, but he comes back and gets the stock. Mark Z doing much worse this game about being able to stay on the ledge. Seems like PugKing is kind of adapted, playing against this Little Mac. He's able to keep him off ledge, his bad recovery. That's those 2 throws there with nothing coming out. PugKing waiting for his bug. Mark trying to bait out a parry, but he gets grabbed. Mark has the KO punch. He's knocked up the ledge. Gets back on. Mark keeps trying to go for these parries, but he's just not able to get it. Lost a KO punch super fast there, it seems like. Mark is at such a high percentage. Gets a stock. Game is still winnable for Mark. It's going to be pretty difficult. Ooh, but that's the game.
It seems our fates are joined.
Going to Kalos. Game number 3.
Stop battle. Little Mac. Robin.
Little Mac versus Robin again. Ooh, the spot dodge from Mark Z. It looked like Hug went for a grab there, so probably wanted a shield break. A bit of percentage. This is the Nosferatu. KO punch is coming up soon. Mark not able to edge guard successfully. Thrown off the ledge. He does have KO punch. Ooh, he mashes out of the grab. Side B's maybe to his death. Just really unlucky. Little Mac recovery. Good spot dodge there from Mark Z. Wasn't able to punish anything. This Robin has been a really good counter pick for the Little Mac for PugKing, it looks like so far. Another KO punch coming up. Not quite able to edge guard. PugKing, or Mark Z has the KO punch. He probably wants to just see if he can get the stock without using it. But he gets thrown and loses it right away. The down smash from PugKing hit Mark there, but he was able to side smash hyper armor through it. KO punch is coming up. KO punch probably will kill here, almost certainly. Both players playing pretty conservative right now. Side B hits. PugKing has to recover. Gets on the ledge. Ooh, misses the KO punch. And he gets stocked. That's really feels bad. Spot dodge a grab. Pug is pretty high percentage. Ooh, he's just not able to recover there. Both players down to one stock. Pretty close game. The side B barely getting hit by the fire. Here's the KO punch. There's just no way Little Mac can recover that. 2-1 for PugKing.
I'm always 3 steps ahead.
Next up, we have Beta versus PugKing. The reigning champion, Beta. Beta pulling out the King DDD, his main. Beta starting off pretty strong, getting 2 good hits in. Pretty good cape from PugKing. Both players just kind of trading hits now. Both players getting up to about 100%. PugKing probably has to be careful there. Beta might try and go for a spike. But PugKing, at this percentage, could probably also go for a spike on Beta. They're both off the ledge. Both players just fighting over this ledge. Beta knocked off the stage, 140%. He is King DDD, so he has a very good recovery. Mario grabs into a stock. Beta comes back only 6% and gets a stock. Ooh, a good cape there from the Mario. Pretty slow game so far. That stocks at 85%. Beta 112%, knocked out the stage. Gets back on stage. Weird interaction there. PugKing has been able to get some pretty okay capes. Beta wins game 1. Pretty slow game for game number 1, it seemed like. Going to Final Destination. PugKing going back to Robin. Beta doing really good at keeping PugKing off the stage. PugKing recovers, but he gets knocked off again. This game so far, game number 2 has been much more in Beta's favor, and he doesn't get a stock there. Just gets the spark fly, but he spikes. A much better Beta gets first stock at 20%. Tries to shield the hammer, but isn't able to get there. I think he releases too early. Beta going for the spike, doesn't get it. But it looks like PugKing has run out of the up B, so he couldn't recover. Beta 3 stocks 113%. Looks like he has this game so far. He does get stocked. Game is still winnable for PugKing. Is that the game? That is the series for Beta, 2-0. Next up, we have Yep versus DragonsFly. Probably have to go do controls. Going to PS2. Yep, going Zero Suit versus normal Samus. Game starting off aggressive for Yep, like usual it seems. DragonsFly is spending a lot of time off the stage. Ooh, and that early spike from Yep. At 61%, DragonsFly gets spiked by Yep. Yep, up to 83%. Yep, 190%. Yep, got that really early spike, but it is still a somewhat close game. Good air dodge from DragonsFly. Yep, not able to get the stock. Yep, get stock. DragonsFly at 100%. Yep, comes out very aggressive. Yep, knocked off the stage. Yep. Another stock the exact same way. Game started off with Yep being pretty aggressive, keeping DragonsFly off the map. DragonsFly doing much better, sort of holding more of the center stage. Game's looking very in Yep's favor so far. DragonsFly 88%, Yep 59. Yep gets the stun, but doesn't get much from it. Another stun. Not quite the game for Yep. Sparks fly. $154, 159%. That's game number 1 for Yep. Going to Battlefield. Click the wrong Battlefield. Again, Zero Suit Samus versus normal Samus. A very good start from Yep, laddering up DragonsFlies. If he was a Mario there, he would have gotten a stock probably. Yep, really keeping DragonsFlies up in the air this game instead of off the ledge. Yep, doing pretty good at juggling DragonsFlies up. DragonsFlies with the grab, throws Yep off the stage. Yep is able to recover. Both players just kind of poking each other, but Yep gets the spike. 3 out of the 4 stocks Yep's gotten is with the spike. DragonsFlies does get stock there, 0%. Yep, gaining a percentage lead. DragonsFlies knocked off the ledge. Yep, not quite able to edge guard. Yep, has been able to get pretty good percent leads onto DragonsFlies, but Dragon's then able to even out the percentages pretty well. Yep has seemed to get the stock first every single time. Yep, not quite able to get the edge guard. He keeps trying to go for it. Gets the spike again. Game is still winnable for DragonsFlies right now. Dragonfly's up to 91%, and I think that might be the game. Locked off. Can he recover? Yep, misses the spike, but it doesn't matter. That's the game. 2-0 for Yep. Next up, we have Squib versus Diamond Aura. Going Pokemon Trainer versus Robin, I think. Squib starting off the Skirtle, getting good percentage. 55% already on Diaura, taking no percentage back. Squib trying to wait out the jabs, but he still gets hit by the end of it. I wonder when Squib will change to the Ivysaur. Ooh, he goes for the Nosferatu grab, but he gets knocked out of it. Pretty even. Both players just kind of hitting each other's shields right now. Back and forth. Diaura trying to find chances to charge up his shot. Grab on the Squib, knocked off the stage. Diaura doing pretty good at evening out the percentages. Here comes the Ivysaur. Here comes the Charizard. Squib misses a grab and misses a spot dodge. Squib missed another grab. Knocked off the stage. He is Charizard. Charizard is pretty heavy. Both players getting a very high percentage. Squib gets the first stock. Probably stays Charizard here just so he doesn't die. Squib, 140%, getting good percentage on Diaura here. Diaura grabs and gets a stock. The back throw from Diaura gets a stock. Comes the Squirtle. Kind of surprised that Squib hasn't swapped to Ivysaur at all this game. Diaura misses the Nosferatu. Comes the Ivysaur. Then Charizard. Squib throws Diaura off the stage. Diaura, pretty high percentage. Doesn't get the kill there. Another throw from Squib. Squib doesn't get punished that time by the jab. Swapping to Squirtle 80%. Seems a little questionable for Squib maybe. Because he's not that worried about getting stocked right now. Comes the Ivysaur. Get stocked. Diaura at 20%. Still a pretty close game. It's not too hard for Diaura to even out those percentages. Diaura 52%. Who goes for the throw but doesn't have the book. Goes for the Arc Fire. Diaura misses a grab. Big hit from Diaura. Squib knocked off the stage. Switches to Ivysaur. Squib goes for the spike, doesn't hit it. Diaura tries to air dodge, but he gets punished for it. This time is it and gets hit. Both players getting up to kill percentage. Here comes the Charizard. Diaura grabs Squib, throws him off the stage. Squib has to be careful, 147%. Diaura also has to be careful. This Charizard could get... Ooh, goes to Diaura. Very close game.
The key to victory lies within.
Stop battle. Pokemon trainer.
I just saw him floating by himself.
3, 2, 1, go!
Game number 2 on small battlefield. Diaura jab just staying out way longer than Squib is predicting, it looks like. Comes the Ivysaur. Squib really hasn't been spending too much time with the Ivysaur. Squib up to 90%. You're at 71. Squib staying on Ivysaur. Squib on Charizard, 127%. Diaura 102. Charizard just too heavy, doesn't get stuck there. Ooh, but he's not able to up B and recover. Straight to the Ivysaur, gets the stock. Still be getting good percentage there. Juggling Diaura. Diaura getting a lot of percentage on Squib though. Charges up a water gun. Here comes the Ivysaur. Game number 1, Squib didn't spend too much time in Ivysaur. He's been spending much more time in Ivysaur this game. That dodge on the platform could have been really bad for Diaura. Squib gets stock. Squib, stock advantage, 144%. Staying on the Ivysaur. Is he? Ooh. It looked like the vines. I think he's facing the wrong way, so he wasn't able to grab the ledge. This is anyone's game so far. Squib again getting pretty good percent advantage. Diaura has been very good at consistently turning around these percentage advantage though. Here comes Charizard. Squib on the ledge. Gets Diaura. Diaura knocked off. Squib grabs Diaura, throws him off the ledge again. Diaura center stage. Both players up in percentage. Ooh, Diaura goes for the down smash. And Squib dodged through it and shielded and gets the game. Going to Town and City for game number 3.
Robin, Pokemon Trainer.
Robin versus Pokemon Trainer again. They are doing very good at getting percent lead this game. That jab from Diaura, just Squib is not able to get the timing right. Always gets punished by it. Squib already 79%. Diaura only 18. Squib swapping to the Ivysaur, probably just to be a heavier character. Squib getting good percentage on the Ivysaur though. Gets the first stock. He's able to turn it around. From Diaura having like a 90% advantage, Squib gets the first stock. But Diaura comes back, 0% gets the stock. Stock number 2 again, Diaura is able to get this big percent advantage lead. Can Squib recover? Squib is able to recover, doesn't get punished. Squib is at such a high percentage, Diaura only at 16. Squib knocked off stage. Shield break. We are pushing Squib just a little bit closer to the edge before he goes for the smash attack. He gets the stock. Game is looking pretty in favor of Diaura right now. Players both about even percentage, which is bad for Squib. Squib changing Charizard, probably to just be a heavy character and try and get stock. Knocked upward from that attack, kind of weird. A good shield from Squib, but he gets punished, gets hit by the bug. This game's looking really in favor of Diaura. It's going to be a big game for Diaura right there. 2-1.
I'm always 3 steps ahead.
Next up, we have PrinceHD versus J24, going to PS2. Rob versus Steve. Not really sure how this matchup goes. J24 at times can be kind of campy on Rob, but that seems really bad against the Steve. Not sure if Prince is able to craft there. He might have got hit out of it by the gyro. Game starting out pretty strong for Jay. Prince at just gold, doesn't have diamonds yet. There's a diamond for Prince. Probably wait and not craft this stock. Jay with the grab. Does he get the stock? He does. J24, 127%. Prince comes back, gets craft diamonds. Prince only 8% when he gets stock. Prince with those good spot dodges. Jay with the grab. Jay gets the stock there. Prince at, what percentage was he at there? 66%? 79%? Prince no diamonds, no gold. I think he has iron tools right now. Jay trading really well back and forth. Prince throwing out these cards and Jay's able to dodge them throughout lasers, the gyro. Ooh, it looks like Prince tried to go for anvil there, but he had no iron. Prince goes for the spot dodge there, but Jay predicts it and waits a second. There are the diamonds. Prince probably has to be very careful here for when he tries to go for the crafting. Is that the game? Ooh, it's not the game yet. Is that the game? That's the game. J24 with a 2 stocks left, 109%. Game number 2. Not sure what map we're going to. Didn't see. Jay's just been able to play sort of this range game very well against Prince. Prince throwing out minecarts, and Jay was able to trade really well with his gyro and shots. Both players about even percentage. Jay misses the spike. Prince has no iron. Jay's been doing really well at just zoning Prince out of just mining. Magnum block. Gives Prince a little bit of time to mine. Jay with the grab. Gets a stalker. Not quite. 146%. Tries to go for the anvil. Has no iron. Jay gets a stock. 91% on Jay. Prince finally getting a chance to do some crafting. Gets iron tools. No iron in the inventory though. Rob able to trade faster than the Steve was there. Jay doing extremely well on his spacing. Gets stock. Prince finally gets time to mine. Has diamonds. Probably mine diamonds only for the last stock. Out of iron on Prince. Not able to spike. Doesn't have iron for the anvil. Jay gets stock. Down to 1 stock. Prince 130%. No iron for anvil. Jake gets the stock there, 39% on him. Prince does get diamonds though. Ooh, he wasn't able to craft there. Prince running out of iron. Does craft diamonds there now. Oh. We're in winner semifinal. This will be a best of 5. Yep versus J24. Starting on PS2. Game starting off really strong for Yep. The bad input, Yep, just gives a stock to J24. Yep, gets a stock. Pretty even game now. Both players are on 2 stocks. Still in Yep's favor. Yep, goes for the spike, doesn't get it. Gets 2 stuns in a row. Gets the stock there. 59% on Yep, 2-1. Yep, with a good air dodge. Jay knocked off the stage, gets back on, gets stunned. Jay just keeps oh. Again from Yep. Again, Yep just kind of goes off the stage. Yep to dead. Game 1 goes to Yep. Game number 2. Game starting out pretty even. Yep. Knocked off stage. Both players about center stage now. Yep with spot dodges the grab. Yep, knocked off. Ooh, J24 hits the spike. Does Yep come back and get the stock though? J24 gets stunned again and gets stocked. Only 8% on Yep. That long range grab from Yep. Yep, jungling. Jay doesn't get the spike, just barely hits the edge. A little more over there and that would have been stock. Jay knocked off the stage. Tries to roll through the stun. Jay gets another spike. Jay with the grab. Yep, gets a stock. Both players down to 1 stock. Yep, at 35%. Yep, evening out the percentage. Jay with a slight percent lead. Looks like Jay predicted a jump from, yep, there, didn't jump though. Both players off the ledge. Jay's able to react faster as they get back on. Another spike for Jay.
Start the battle. Raw heroes who stand. 3, 2, 1, go!
Game number 3 to Battlefield. Yep. Doesn't get a stock. Does some very good juggling on the Jay. Looks like Jay had been stunned there. Not sure. Good thing Rob is a heavy character. Jay just cannot find his footing on the stage right now. Keeps getting knocked off. Yep, gets his stock. 63%. Yep, doing really good this game. Jay already 100% on his second stock. Yep, still on his first stock, 95%. Yep, 3 stocks, 98%. Jay down to 1. Jay tries to go for the spike there, isn't able to get it, but he does get the stock. 2 stocks to 1. Jay at 72%. Game's probably going to be pretty hard for J24. Still winnable, maybe. There's the game for you.
Start the battle. Raw Samus.
Game number 4 starts right away at the beginning of stock. Yep, not able to get the spike that time. Gets the spike, but does get stocked. 2-1 now. Both players at 0%. Yep, juggling J24 so well here. J 81%. Has to get back on stage. Knocked off again. Spot loses the stun. Gets knocked off stage though. Yep, down to 1 stock. J at 112% on 1 stock. Not quite the series. Rob is a heavy character. 3-1 in favor of Yep.
Start the battle. Captain Falcon, Roy.
Next game, Ray versus DocHunt. Roy versus Captain Falcon on PS2.
2, 1, go!
DocHunt starting the game off with a spot dodge off the ledge, or an air dodge off the ledge, and is not able to grab the ledge. Ray with the expert 0 to death. Ray misses the knee. Knocked off the stage. This is not DocHunt's game. Ray getting good percentage. Both players at about even percent, but Ray's at 3 stocks. DocHunt is only at 1. DocHunt gets a stock. Not getting 3 stocks at least. Doc knocked off. Doc knocked off, has to recover. Doc went for the grab, got punished by the jabs. Doc gets a stock. Ray down to 1 stock. Doc 136%. Doc might turn this game around after kind of S-ing. He's still alive. I might be caster cursing him saying that. Game number 1 goes to Ray. Unfortunate game. Going back to PS2. DocHunt versus Captain Falcon. DocHunt versus Captain Falcon. I think I might have said DocHunt.
2, 1, go!
Ray starting off getting some okay percentage. Ray knocked off the stage. Both players knocked off the stage. Ray not able to recover. Too low. DocHunt 77%. His barrel angles from DocHunt incredibly good right now. Both players about 100%. Doc has a stock lead. Doc doesn't die there because he's able to spawn the barrel, and that takes the hit. Doc's still alive. Oh, he doesn't have enough flying left, though. We're at 150%. The throw into barrel still alive. That kills him. 189%. Both players to 0%. Doc has a 1 stock lead. Ray tries to air dodge the barrel there. He's unable to do it. Gets hit. Ray gets a spike, evening out stocks. Ray is at 82% though. Ray 150%. Hundred 175% on Ray. DocHunt only at 14. Very fearful of the barrels right now. Game goes DocHunt. Going to small battlefield.
Stop battle. Captain Falcon. DocHunt. 3, 2, 1, go!
Game starting off much better for Ray. DocHunt already 73%. Throwing to barrel though. DocHunt evening out percentages. Now has the percent. Not percent lead anymore. Now he does. Ray knocked off the stage. Climbs up the ledge so he doesn't get hit by the barrel. DocHunt using the barrel to safely recover. DocHunt with these barrel angles. DocHunt has to recover. Using the barrel to safely recover. Gets Falcon kicked. DocHunt just keeps getting knocked off. Gets stopped. Ray at 128%. Barrel not able to kill. Ray 157, 170. Ooh, DocHunt misses the barrel on the throw though. DocHunt gets stocked there though, 23%. Ray tried to punish DocHunt recovery. Got too low, couldn't recover. DocHunt 47%. DocHunt getting himself comboed by his barrel, 99%. Tries to spot dodge Falcon Kit, isn't able to time it right. DocHunt gets back to the stage. Falcon Kit again, gets stocked right, 50%, both players down to one stock. Two good spot dodges in a row from DocHunt. DocHunt knocked off the stage. Good barrel. Ray at 121%. Ooh! Ray gets the game with the knee. Unfortunately, Ray does have to leave. So DocHunt wins by Next up, we have winners finals. Yep versus DocHunt.
3, 2, 1, go!
Game starting off aggressive for Yep. DocHunt getting the better exchange of those percentages though. Yep at 81% already. Yep seemed like he was the aggressive one at the start of the game, but he lost out on all those hits, it looks like. DocHunt gets the stock there. Throw from DocHunt. DocHunt knocked off stage, 99%. He's able to recover. Yep, he's able to get the stock. 42% on him. Game is slowed down here for a second. From starting off very aggressive for both these players. DocHunt with grab. Misses the throw in the can. Yep, already 153%. DocHunt misses the grab, it looked like. Aimed the wrong way. Gets hit with his own barrel. Yep, 166%. Jumps into the barrel. Gets stocked. DocHunt, 94%. DocHunt gets stocked. Both players down to 1 stock each, 0%. DocHunt with the throw, can't quite throw Yep into the can. DocHunt misses a grab. Pretty even percentages right now. Looked like Yep had gotten the grab there, but the frisbee had knocked him out of it. DocHunt has to recover. Air dodges center stage. Grabs, throws Yep into the barrel. Another grab throw. DocHunt 90%. Air dodge is a little early there, but he doesn't get punished. The stun, is that game? Game number 2, going to small battlefield. DocHunt on the ledge, can't find his footing, keeps getting knocked off the stage. Hits Yep into the explosion. DocHunt knocked off, able to recover. DocHunt gets stopped. Yep, at 119%. Yep, with the drag down, gets stock 2-1 now. Yep, 95% to DocHunt's 27. Yep, does have a stock lead, but he's climbing in percentage pretty fast. Not able to recover. DocHunt 35%. Both players going down to their final stock. DocHunt climbing in percent, 78% now. 85%. Gets stunned. Doesn't get hit though. Yep, able to recover. Both players about center stage. DocHunt with the throw. Not too much follow-up from it though. DocHunt has to recover, gets back up using the can. $126% on DocHunt, 127% on DocHunt. Has to be very careful here. Ooh, gets rooted. That is the game for Yep, 62%. Going to Battlefield. DocHunt going on Dr. Mario for what could be the final game. Game starting out pretty even. Both these players very aggressive to start with. DocHunt 92%. Air dodges on the ledge. Yep, getting a stock. Game started off pretty good, pretty aggressive from both players. DocHunt not quite able to get a stock. 116% on Yep. DocHunt misses up B, gets punished. Grab from DocHunt. Throw into a stock. DocHunt 48%. Stock for Yep, 2-1 now, 38% on Yep. Game's looking a little grim for DocHunt. DocHunt has a grab, misses a smash. Both players kind of slowing down now, poking at each other. DocHunt needs to be careful. But there's the series for Yep, 3-0. Next up, we have Beta versus Emani. Beta pulling out his main King DDD. Game starting out pretty strong for Emani. Beta's still not getting a hit in. 71% on him. 78% on him. Beta finally getting a hit. Gets grabbed. Another grab from Beta. Good spot dodge from Beta, but he still isn't able to. Gets spiked. Emani 66% has a stock advantage. It's like Beta has to be careful on his recoveries back to the stage. Emani 125%, Beta at 78 on his second stock. Spot dodge. I think Beta would have missed the grab anyways. Emani knocked off the stage again. Beta with the grab. Doesn't quite get the shot. Emani up to 188%. Beta gets the stock, 113%. Emani up to 201% there, I think, when he gets stock. Oh. Both players get stock there. Down one stock each for both players. Perfectly even. There with the chain grabs. Both players climbing in percentage. 91%. Beta with the suck. Ooh. Beta gets the game with the hammer.
Stop the battle.
Game number 2, Pyro and Mithra versus King DDD again. Going to small battlefield. Okay, knocked up the ledge. Knocked up the ledge again. Beta 55%. Guys are getting some good damage. Beta evening out the percentages. Mine with the grab. Pretty even back and forth so far. Good with the dodge into the grab. The hammer hit there. Emani knocked off, has to recover. Grabs on the ledge. Grabs beta. At 113%. Beta has to recover. Careful not to get spiked. Beta gets back on stage, but grab. %152% on beta. Still hanging on. There's a stock for Emani. 111%. Beta gets the stock, still at 0%. Beta with the grab. Stock number 2 looking better for beta. Emani evening out the percentages though. Emani not going for these spikes anymore, really, it looks like. Good with the grab. Emani knocked off the stage. Emani knocked off again. It's like he transformed to not get hit by the spike ball. Both players up to about 100%. Oh! 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 Beta comes back, gets the stock. Emani, 48%. Both players down to 1 stock each. Both players about 60%. Beta with the grab. Players staying very close in percentage to each other. Emani knocked off the stage. Is able to recover. Emani 101% knocked off the stage. Has to recover. Gets back on stage. Beta off the stage. Beta misses the grab. Beta charging the hammer. Oh! Oh!
That's one more.
Stop battle. King TDD. Mithra.
Game number 3. Game number 3 is starting off very strong for Beta. Emani already 88%, Beta only 24. Hard 11% already. Beta gets stock there. 41%, Beta still 3 stocks. Beta 79%, knocked off stage. Is able to get back on. Beta 108%, 125, get stock. 25% on Emani. Beta with the grab. This is the grab. Emani, 83% knocked off the stage. Looks like the upper platform there ate the Gordo. Beta misses the grab. Doesn't get punished though. Beta gets stock 2-1. Beta at 41%. Beta knocked off the stage. Oh, does recover. Beta misses the grab. Beta 103%. Oh, doesn't get spiked. Beta still doesn't get stock there. 151%. Oh. Oh. And that's the game for Beta. 1-2. Going to PS2 Beta versus J24. Beta on his main, King DDD. They're starting out with a 15% lead, with J24 is evening it out. Getting out 90%. Tipped by the gyro. Oh, J24 gets the stock. J8 70%. Pretty slow on second stock right now. Jay knocked off the map, off the stage. Beta gets stock, 55% on him. Beta 96%. Beta 119%. J24 only at 64. Both players getting up in percentage. Does Jay get the stock here? Jay doesn't yet. Then the gyro gets the stock. King DDD almost too heavy. Jay on the ledge. Gets back on stage. Beta gets stock. One stock each. Beta at 16%. Beta up to 105%. Jay still at 0%. Jay misses the spike. Beta finally getting some percentage onto Jay. Beta keeps getting knocked off the stage. Finally gets back on, finds his footing. Beta 142%. A 100% difference right now. Jay with the grab. Beta 173%. Jay 87. 178 on beta. Another grab. Back throw gets the game.
Start the battle. Start the battle. King DDD. Rob.
Game number 2. Rob versus King DDD again.
2, 1, go!
Game's starting off pretty even. Is 84%. Jay getting a little bit of a percent lead. Jay knocked off stage. Knocked up there off the Gordo. Still recovers from that. Jay under the stage and is able to recover. So Beta gets stock 101% on Beta. Jay gets stock 36%, 2 stocks. Jay can't quite find his footing on the platform yet. Beta gets stock? No, Rob too heavy. Hits Jay through the stage with that, gets the stock. 74% on Beta, 1-2. Every player trying to pick up Gyro gets hit by it at least once. Beta 110%. J24 off the stage. Beta misses a grab. Beta misses a grab. Shields the hit. Jay with the grab. King DDD too heavy. 164% on Beta. Jay 100%. Jay really needs to get the stock. Oh! The spike did not send Beta the right, or send Jay the right way. I think Jay might have hit the gyro, so it didn't send him down. Jay 166%. See if he can turn the game around. Oh. Jay almost had the game there, it looked like, off that ledge. Jay up to 195%. Just any hit is enough for Beta to win there.
Stop the battle. Draw in TDD. Three, two, one, go!
Going into game number 3. On small battlefield. Jay's 70%. Beta's starting off pretty well getting the percentage, but Jay's evening it out. Jay knocked off the stage. Beta has the gyro. Both players getting up about 100%. TDD's just been too heavy for Jay this game, for this series though, it seems like. But he does get the stock there. No. Dodging away from the forward smash. Jay 124%. Beta knocked off the stage. He's able to get back on. Beta gets the stock 23%. Beta 75%. Jay only at 20. Both players go for a grab there and run straight past each other. Beta 125% off the ledge. Beta gets back on. Now it's Jay off the stage. Jay flies high, able to recover, gets punished a little bit. Picking up gyro, proving to be one of the hardest things you can do. Beta air dodges. Both players very high percentage. Oh! But Beta launches J24 off the stage. Beta gets stock. Both players down to one stock, 0%. Both players been extremely equal in all these games so far. J24 had a percent lead, but Beta evening it out. Probably the down throw. Beta knocked off the stage. Both players getting up to about 100%. Get off the stage. Just for the suck, misses it. That is the game for J24. This is a best of 5 series though. Best. Back to small battlefield. Same picks. J getting a slight percent lead. Beta already almost 100%. J only 49. Good laser from J24 there. Hit the Gordo and Beta. But Beta gets his first stock 115%. J not able to hit the spike. Beta off the stage. Beta doesn't get spiked there, but he does get down thrown and up smash. Games between these two players have been extremely close today. J24 keeps hitting what should be spikes on the stage, but Beta keeps grabbing the ledge. Beta 106%. Gets back on the stage. Both players about even on percentage. J24 off the stage. Picking up gyro, proving to be one of the most difficult things you can do. Beta knocked off stage 144%. J24 with the grab and the stock. The gyro truly is too powerful for King DDD. J24 hits back. Cannot hit these spikes on Beta. DDD too good at grabbing ledge. Too good at grabbing. Beta gets stock 55%. Beta 95%, J only at 12. Beta knocked off the stage. 114 on Beta. Jared deflects the Gordo into Beta. Beta 146%. Jay gets sucked up. Both players getting a very high percentage. Oh! Beta 152% gets the game. Going to game number 5.
Start the battle. Draw. King DDD.
Everyone questioning why Beta wants to learn DDD. Says he's funny penguin man. Game starting out pretty strong for Beta. Jay already 105%. 117 knocked off the stage. Gyro deflects the Gordo. Beta off the stage. Almost a scary forward smash from Beta. Beta at 103%. Got the first stock. Jay hits Beta off the ledge. Beta 159%, still hanging on. Jay misses what looked like a grab there. Beta 171%, knocked off the stage. Jay gets stock 112% on him, 2-2. Jay gets stocked 1-2 now. Oh. 3-2 in Beta's favor.
Stock battle. King TDD, Robin.
There you go, you
What's up? Hello everyone, welcome to loser semifinals. We're gonna have a beautiful match here today between Diaura playing Robin and Beta playing King DDD for some reason. This DDD's gone crazy. He didn't get a combo off the Nair though. So on paper, this matchup can be kind of rough because Arcfire is really big, and like especially if DDD gets on the ledge, it's really hard for him to get off if Diaura's on point with his side B placements. But Beta's built a little bit different. He's won like 9 sets in a row to get here through losers. Dude, that Nair sends at a nasty angle. Oh, if that was Levin, he would have had it. Unfortunate. Okay, so DDD only has armor until the top of his up B there. And so the first hit got armored, but the second one didn't. And now Beta's going to have to get in. Okay, so he got in. Boy, did he get in. Oh, that was really good DI on the forward there. Okay, that's scary. It reflects. No, don't hit him. He nerd through the last. Okay, he's dead, right? No. Okay. Ethan needs to kill this DDD. Okay, there you go. DDD at high percent is actually like, that's one thing about being a heavy. It's like, what was that? You just live so much longer, and so like if you get the first stock and you're playing a heavy, it's like a really good spot to be in if they can't close it out. But good stuff to Diaura. Closing it out. Beta's going for so many of these inhales. If they land, he's a genius. They're actually both doing a really good job of playing around their spacing tools. This matchup's a really good example of like how neutral kind of gets more and more complex, especially if there's projectiles and like zoners on the screen. All right, good stuff using the arc fire to get back on stage there. Ooh, tries to go for the combo, but DDD's a weird combo weight. So the last hit of Arcfire is strong enough to reflect Gordo. So Gordo doesn't have HP, it's just if any one move covers the threshold. That was a good read on the neutral get up by Beta. I think that covers roll as well. he was hitting him with the pew pew pew. Oh, that was a good chase, but Beta's using all his jumps. Oh, it extended on the fire. He died. All right. Funny Penguin. Don't let that deceive you. That move is awful. I think it's frame like 40 or something. Diaura was too discombobulated to be looking out for DDD dash attack. Good stuff to Beta taking game one. Big counter picks here coming out from Diaura. We got Town and City. That 11 sword's going to kill a little bit earlier off the side. Especially if it gets a good off stage. Alright, good stuff by Beta getting around the arc fire there. Quick 22. Nice, good combo starter. That was really good awareness. Alright, gonna get him off stage here. See if he can set up an edge guard. He covers high, but hesitates a little bit. Interesting. Alright, there you go. So that if he can nail that arc fire spacing every time, that's going to make it way harder for Beta to get back on the level. Because DDD has really good ledge trapping if he's on stage, but he can struggle to get back on the stage. Narrowly avoiding. Okay, he's barely living there. Oh, that was so close to spiking! Alright, unfortunately no Levins. That's not going to kill yet, but he's got him on the ledge. Let's see if he can get something started here. Yep, good stuff on the Sparks there. So that's super scary because the Sparks shield poke, and even if they don't, they actually do a ton of shield damage. So that down smash is almost like a Sephiroth. Wow, that did 50. Alright, that's a good combo starter and a good heal. That was a really, really good way to turn this around. Diaura's definitely still in this. Alright, yeah. It's down tilt's a really fast move. It's hard to react with the DI there. And Town and City, really small horizontal basins. And Beta is getting a ton of mileage off this falling command grab with the inhale. Alright, good awareness from Diaura there as well. A lot of people will try and challenge that up B, but it's got armor, and you'll freaking die. So don't mess with it. Oh, DDD grab range sucks. That was so good. He might have actually died from that dash attack. Okay, yeah, Diaura has to stop the bleeding here. He has to get a... Oh, I guess the Gordo wasn't his. Well, he's alive! Oh no, yeah, this DDD has lived past his expiration date. Alright, tough spot for Diaura here. No jump on the side. And he gets back to the level. Alright, that kills, yeah. That's the town counterpick coming in. Okay, he's alive. Okay. Whoa! He was reaching for the stars on that one. Three. Yeah. Beta gonna go up 2-0. Age-old wisdom, you don't want to be down 0-2 in a set, because then you have to win 3 games. And also, you've lost 2 of them. You'd prefer to be winning games. Each game's been pretty close, though, especially because Diara's been really good on point with the Arcfire combo starters. If he can get, like, a good side beat to start out of stock, then he can, you know, get a good 50 or 60%. So, just tiny little interactions. Gonna stick with the Robin, stick with the DDD. We're gonna go into game 3 here. And opting back for PS2. Wasn't feeling the town counterpick anymore. Getting blows here. Beta's really getting a ton of mileage off that up tilt for anti-air as well. He did that a lot against J24. Oh, barely missing that up air for the Arcfire, but still getting a pretty decent amount of percent off of it. Alright, good catching underneath the Gordo. Let's see if Ethan can head trap him here. Alright, not quite. Beta's doing a really good job of inhaling back onto the stage. Alright, Levin Sword's coming back here. Diara's going to space out a little bit. And... Alright, Levin Sword's back. Super scary forward air there. Let's see if he can make it. Oh, he gets the solid spot! Alright, we're going to reset. Rinse and repeat. Throw him off the level. Super good navigation around the Gordo, but he's going to have to get back on the level. Alright, quick reversal. Throwing him off stage here. Whoa! Catching him with the sparks, and his Elwyn just barely ran out. So that was, like, he had to get that there. Alright, big starter. A little bit scary in lag. Alright, DDD's so slow. He couldn't get over there. Really like what I'm seeing from Diara in this set. He's kind of slowed it down a little bit and, you know, kind of using that strong neutral Ramen has to keep the spacing out and getting a ton off every... Oh, he gets on the back too. So Nosferatu heals way more if you get them from the back. It's almost like backslash. Alright, gonna get him off stage here. That F-tilt, not very strong for being on such a big character. Alright, Beta swinging. Trying to get him back on the level here. Alright, good down tilt there. Alright, even stocks, and Beta's shown he can, you know, he can steal stocks, especially with these edge guards. It's really good, so. Really still in. Diara's going to get him off the level here. Alright, big Arcfire. Yeah, okay. Diara, for the first time, I think he's going to go up 2 stocks to 1. Really good showing in game 3, but this could be a big opener. Ooh, he's lucky he slipped off the ledge there. Alright, no Levin Sword or Thunder for a little bit. He's going to have to be careful. His neutral's going to be pretty neutered. The baits? He's baiting him? All right, 11 swords back. Yeah, only the last hit of Arcfire is strong enough to break the Gordo, so if he just tries to challenge it straight up, he's going to get smacked. All right, good weight from Beta. That was so good. Getting on the level, especially in this matchup against Arcfires, is super tough. But Beta's made it look pretty easy. All right, big hit here. If you can seal this edge guard, that'd be pretty huge. Up tilt barely not doing it, but that shield's scary. Yeah. Beta's life flashed before his eyes there. Gonna get the quick up air. All right. Diaura's on the board. This is definitely winnable.
Steps ahead.
All right, we're gonna see this counter pick from Beta here. On a small battlefield, getting those smaller blast zones, gonna get those platforms to throw Gordo under. I like this counter pick. It's pretty good for Robin too, though, because he can Arcfire's a really good spacing for the small battlefield platforms if he wants to kind of live underneath it and, you know, settle down and build a home. All right, big game here. Let's see if Diaura can force a game 5. All right, just poke so far. Gonna go for the back throw Thoron. And big opener. Not gonna get the double up air though. All right, air dodge. It's gonna be close. Oh, big spike from Beta. All right, Beta taking an early lead here. Unfortunate air dodge by Diaura as well to start the whole situation. That's not what you'd like to see, but Beta capitalized super well. All right, that's a big grab. Gonna go for the Thoron, maybe trying to catch that DI up. Beta rolling through the Arcfire. Diaura's been really good at weaving through Gordo on ledge, but one reason why it's so good for DDD is because DDD is still actionable. So Beta's been able to cover that. Let's see if we can get a stock here. Not quite. DDD's huge. Oh, off stage. Catches the jump with the Gordo. This is going to be a really tough comeback by Diaura. Trying to catch the roll from Beta, but down smash, very little lag. And rinsing and repeating, throwing him up the level. Super smart Arcfire. Not going to kill, but it's going to get him back on the stage, and that's really what he needs right now. Alright, super tense neutral from these players. Both at kill percent, and yeah, calling out the jump. Beta's going to go up 3 stocks to 1. Definitely doable, but a little bit scary. Oh, catches it with the Gordo. Super dangerous position here. And he's going to get back okay. Good catch with the roll, but unfortunately gets the reverse hit. It's not going to kill off the left side. That was a very brave spot dodge. I think what happened there is Beta ate one of the flame particles, one of the multi-hits, instead of the projectile itself. All right, Gordo not quite doing it. Oh, okay, he's going for he's trying to end him. Yeah, again. Die. All right, we're going to need some big combos here by Diaura to close this out, but Beta with a massive lead. Okay, good parry, but it's so scary to be at high percent against a heavy like this. Any stray hit's going to do it. All right, good grab to punish that falling back air. Oh, he goes for the stage strike, and he gets the Owen, but it saves him. I don't know how that Gordo didn't hit. All right, Beta just, trying to land any kill move here, playing patient neutral. What? All right, Diaura living. Oh, out of Elwin. Beta's taking it 3-1. Really good adaptation there from both players.
Start battle. Donkey Kong.
All right, Hudson has once again granted me control. There's going to be some changes around here. I top player privileged my way onto the commentary. Oh, we got the big boys. DocHunt's going DK. Beta trying to be friendly. DocHunt not having it. He's charging up the big punch. All right, big opener. Working up, man. They are wailing on each other. This is no fear. Oh, missing the cargo throw there. Oh, that roll in was so good. I don't know how that Gordo didn't catch him. He tries to armor through the Gordo, but I'm not sure if his big punch wasn't fully charged or what. Oh, I don't think there's a jump here. Yep, good edge guard by Beta. Super good coverage with the Gordo to force the air dodge as well. Waiting for the air dodge, gonna get another punish. Yo, if he went for that, if he up-beat the other way. All right, swatting back. I'm here. Good landing there by DocHunt, air dodging to the platform. If he gets a grab, he might be able to close it out. So, he's not down by that much, really. They're gonna do so much damage to each other. Great recover high. That was super good awareness. If he went for the normal DK recovery angle, that downer would have hit him and it would have been kaputs. All right, ambitious up smash, but if it hit, he's a genius. Trying to use that back air to stuff him out, but it's going to be pretty tough for DK to break through that up B. All right, he goes for the... I don't know if that was intentional, but he inhaled. He freaking died. All right, yeah, forces the air dodge. They're going to go up here in game one. I'll go for the... I don't know if he was trying to read an air dodge there. Or... all right, DocHunt knows the combo, so he's still got this. Oh, the Gordo gets hit back too. That did so much damage. Tries to catch the tech roll in, or tech roll away, or tech roll in, but doesn't get it. All right, big. Oh, misses the combo there, but gonna keep chasing him. Oh, look out for the Gordo. Great awareness there. All right, Beta getting a ton of mileage from DK off the level here. Gordo's not back quite yet. Probably just going to throw him off here. Rinse and repeat. Smacking it away with the up B. I like it. That was the goofiest kill screen I've ever seen. DDD was so happy. All right, Beta's going to go up again. We'll see if DocHunt stays DK or if he's a coward. I didn't mean that, Britton. I'm sorry. We'll see if he wants to win or not. All right, he does want to win. He knows he's got that adaptation. I mean, if he doesn't get ledge trap for a whole stock this time, it'll probably be a lot closer. All right, big jabs. That's probably going to be a big opener. Oh, the mix-ups. Letting it go a bit early. Trying to catch the drop shield. Going to get a bit of nooch in here. Yeah, and interestingly, the dynamics kind of flipped when it's heavies, because, you know, normally DDD's trying to get in, trying to, you know, break through, but, you know, with Gordo and that big disjoint, DDD is actually able to wall out DK pretty well, and, you know, he gets to play kind of the slower game for a little bit. All right, that grab barely not hidden. Okay, big spike there. It's going to keep him in disadvantage. All right. Barely missing the combo. I think he might have been out of the range. Beta jumping out. All right. DocHunt evened it out pretty quickly. This is still super even because, you know, only 50% on him. And these heavies are going to do way more damage than that. All right. Naring out of the combo there. DocHunt probably looking for a defensive option. And, yeah, getting that air dodge in punished again. Ooh, getting that Nair back air. Zero Suit Samus looking ass. Oh, sorry, I can't curse, can I? My bad. Oh, get the spike. Oh, almost massive there. And not quite, but, you know, DocHunt keeping this super close. Any of these down Bs going to be a massive opener. Going super deep, but... Oh, wow. He is super dead. You are never teching that. Not in a million years. All right. Big starter there from DocHunt. If he can land, all right. This is what he needs. The most important thing for both these players is to, you know, when you get in disadvantage, to reset as soon as you can, because the advantage for both these heavies is so scary. Oh, that was the fastest backer I've ever seen. All right, let's see if he can get a 2-frame or something. All right, not quite. Going for the parry, because he's brave. All right, super scary here. A grab from DK might be able to close this out. Barely rolling through. And no, what the heck was even that? Catching the jump with Nair. No kill screen. Game! All right. Britain somehow managing to switch to a worse character. All right, we got the Doc, the namesake. And we're going to see if he can put on a clinic. Oh, tries to read the jump there. Whoa! All right, 98% uncontested by this Dr. Mario. Oh, and we got the Persona 4 music. All right. DocHunt, great awareness. Knowing the back throw won't kill just yet. Looking to just get some advantage state in. All right. If anyone was on that ledge, they would have been so screwed by that pill. Whoa! I didn't know it was sent back up like that. All right, big combo starter here. Data down a whole stock. The Doc has the frame data. DK did not, and he's able to contest this Gordo and kind of, navigate through this disjoint. Oh, going for the jab reset there, but Beta, super fast reaction to tech. Okay, he's fine. Oh, no, he's not! Sour spot down here, killing it 80 off the side. All right, trying to catch that air dodge, but Beta's timing is impeccable. All right, Gordo breaking through the tornado, and this is a big up throw from Beta. If you can keep this Doc in disadvantage, it's going to be a game changer. Throw off the Little. Oh, super good get-up attack, waiting for the forward smash to extend him. The up out of shield's going to take it. DocHunt's done a super good job of getting back to the level here. Dr. Mario's recovery is incredibly fragile. His waddle is so funny. All right, super good time neutral get up to get past the back air by DocHunt, but Beta's making this happen with the fallen neutral airs. Whoa, going super high with that down B. All right, gonna throw him off here. Big moment for Beta. All right, yeah, smack him. Get him out of there. Super winnable for Beta still. Doc's recovery's not great, and DDD is so good at getting his opponent off level. Barely air dodging through that down B. That would have been it. Oh, scary position here for DocHunt. Oh.
And we are unfortunately back to me. Not nearly as entertaining as yet. Going to grand finals with Yep as Ridley. I don't think I've ever seen Yep play Ridley before. Game started off pretty strong for Beta, but Yep has been controlling the stage. Beta knocked off. Whoa, that Gordo hit. Like 3 in a row. That was... Yep, on the ledge. Gets back on stage. Gets knocked off again. Yep, at 139. Beta misses. Yep, gets first stock. 161%. Beta gets a stock. Yep, dies to King DDD falling over. Both players climbing in percent. Pretty even right now. Beta on the edge. Gets knocked over. Fireballs hits Gordo. Beta 119% on the ledge. Yep, gets stock. 96% on Yep. Both players spot dodges each other. Yep comes out on top of that. Beta knocked off the stage. On the ledge. Gets back up on. Yep, grab. Beta already 92%. Yep, 96. Yep, just keeps getting hit by these Gordos. 144% on Yep, 92 on Beta. 104 on Beta, knocked off the ledge. Has to recover. Beta gets the stock. Back up on stage. Both players to one stock. Beta 105%. Spot dodge from Beta. Or spot dodge from Yep there. Dodges the grab from Beta. Beta on the ledge. Gets back up. Game number 1 goes to Yep. Going to Battlefield.
Start the battle. Ridley TDD. Three, two, one, go!
Yep, with the chain grabs. Getting Beta off the ledge. Off the sided state. Offside of the map. Doesn't get stuck though. Beta at 79%. He grabbed the wrong way from Yep. Beta at 85% already. Yep, only 35. Beta 92 off the stage. Has to recover. Grabs on the ledge. Gets it back up. Yep, misses a grab. That hyper armor. Yep, doesn't get the spike. Throws Beta. Yep, misses a grab, gets punished. Yep, climbing in percent. But he gets stock. 76% on Yep. 93. Beta knocked off the ledge again. Yep's going for something there. Beta 96%. 112% on Beta, has to recover. Yep, gets stock. 11% on him. Misinput the hammer. Beta swears the hammer is a misinput. That doesn't stun. Crazy that doesn't stun Beta. Grab from Yep. Beta up to 71. Yep, tries to go for the spot dodge. Beta knocked off, has to recover. Fireballs hit the Gordo. Beta gets back on. Yep, spot dodges a grab. Beta just can't stay on the stage right now. Grabs. Yep, throws him off. All players climbing in percentage. Beta still alive, 188%. Some heavy boys here, hard to die. Some heavy guys here, hard to die. Beta finally gets the stock. Don't know what Yep's doing there on the ledge. Beta 198%. Can he win this game? 205 on Beta. Game number 2 for Yep. Unlucky. Can't stop the grab.
Stop battle. Ridley. King TDD.
Game number 3. Going to Battlefield.
Go.
Beta getting some good percentage to start off with. Throw from Yep. Both players off the stage, have to recover. Beta grabs Yep, knocks him off again. Players pretty even percentage. Beta's knocked off the stage. Yep, goes for the grab, gets punished, and loses his stock from it. Beta 97%, yep. 69, 87, gets stalked again. Beta absolutely tearing it up this game. Game number 3 goes to Beta. DDD dash attack really is too good.
Stop battle. Ridley. Wrong.
Oh.
TDD.
Game number 4. Ooh, the spot dodge from Yep. To a good string of damage, but now Beta just grabbed Yep. All players about even percentage. Beta knocked off the stage. Beta feeling pretty safe with DDD recovery. Players climbing in percentage. We did see Beta get up to 200% one of these games before he got stock. Both players about 110, 120, 143 on Yep. Off the stage, on the ledge, gets back on stage. Gordo hits him, doesn't get the stock, 158. DDD dash attack, too good. Beta 126%. Yep, gets stock. 2-2. 20% on. Yep. They're doing really good here, getting a lot of percentage on the Yep. Beta gets stock. Beta 48%, 59%. Yep. Oh! Beta canceled it out of something. Yep, 64%. Yep, grabs Beta. Misses the spot dodge. %93 on. Yep, has to be careful here. Only 49 on Beta. $139 on Yep, only 63 on Beta. Grab from Beta. Going to game number 5.
Stop battle. Ridley. King TDD.
Game number 5. If Beta wins, there will be a reset. The first 2 games look really good for Yep, but Beta has adapted, it seems. Both these players just trading blows back and forth, poking each other. Beta off the stage. It's back on. Beta 101% off the stage. On the ledge. Gets back on. Bad air dodge from Yep there, it looked like got stock. 101. Beta has some very good Gordos this game. Yep, misses a smash. Smash attack. Might have been a stock for him. Yep, on the ledge. Beta 150%. Yep, get stock 102%, 2-2. Yep, down to 1 stock. Beta at 30%, 2 stocks. Beta 71%. Getting good damage on the Yep. Beta off stage 80%. Yep, smash attack's the wrong way there. Full play is about 100%. Starting to look like Beta might get the reset. Grab from Beta. Yeah, mashes out of it. And that is the reset for Beta.
Stop battle. King TDD. Death. Three, two, one, go!
Yep, kind of coward here, pulling out the nest. Yep, getting some good percentage on Beta. Beta's trading back though. Beta evening out the percentage. Beta gets first stock, 102% on Beta. Beta gets stock. Yep, still at 0%. Good reflect of the PK Fire. Good combo percentage from Yep. Beta gets stock, 72%, 2 stocks to 1. Yep, doesn't get the stock there. Beta 150%. There he gets the stock. Yep, 0%. Yep, up to 104%. There's the game for Beta.
Stop battle. King TDD. Zero Samus.
Yep, pulling out 0 Suit Samus.
2, 1, go!
Game's starting out pretty even so far. Game's starting out even in Yep's favor a little bit. DDD is a heavy character, so that could lead to some problems with Yep getting stocks. Probably if it was any not heavy character there, Yep would have got a stock. Might just do it again, gets the stock. Yep, up to 102%. Beta stun. Yep, doesn't get the stock. DDD too heavy. There's a stock for, yep, 118%. Still 3 stocks. $133% on, yep. Another stun. Hits bait off the stage. Game for Yep. 3 stock game for Yep. 133%.
It would be too good.
Stop battle. Zero Suit and TDD.
DDD versus Zero Suit. Game number 3. Yep, gets first stock, only 18%. Grab from Beta, knocks Yep up the stage. Yep gets back on, 64%. Both players trade blows there. Yep, drop shield a little bit too early for the Gordo. Beta gets stocked. 2-2, 23% on Beta. Beta 70% off the stage, on the ledge. Beta climbs back up but gets hit off. 84% on Beta. 26 on Yep. Beta, or Yep, misses the edge guard. Shields the Gordo. $148% on Beta. Beta gets back on the stage. Yep, doesn't get sucked up there, and Yep gets stocked. 26%, 2-1.
Wow, that shit. What was that?
Yep, up to 58%. Stun. Beta tried to predict, Yep, probably going in there. Beta up to 91%. 103%. Shields the Gordo. There's the game for Zero Suit. 2-1.
Stop battle. King TDD 7.
Game starting off pretty strong for Yep. Beta already 69%. Ooh. 0 to death. Yep, up to 67%. Beta at 42. Beta is down to stock. 80% on Yep. Ooh, a good jump there from Yep. Both players at about 115%. Yep gets it, 3-1 right now. 111% on Yep. Beta gets stock, 2 stocks left on Yep, 2-1. Yep, 60%. Perfect parry from Yep. Yep, 92% already. Deflecting the Gordo. And that is the winner. Yep, 3-1. Thank you for watching. That is the end of the weekly Super Smash stream.